The 2010 Aprilia Shiver 750 GT ABS. What started as the simple transformation from naked to sport touring ended up a completely new project for the Italians from Aprilia, because turning a class-leading urban commuter into a machine ready to take on any kind of trip means more than simply adding a half fairing and a screen to the original bike. The Aprilia Shiver 750 GT ABS is a technologically advanced and highly refined way to prove the Italians have a word or two to say in this industry. Press release. Shiver 750 GT ABS. Innovative, versatile, sporty, comfortable. The Aprilia Shiver 750 GT enters the world of half-fairing sports touring bikes with the intention of stealing the show. With an unparalleled technological design, the Shiver 750 GT has no rivals in its category, and can satisfy the requirements of even the most demanding motorcyclist. Aprilia Shiver 750 GT. After bringing a breath of fresh air to the naked bike category, with Shiver, Aprilia raises the technological bar once again in the sports touring segment with the Shiver 750 GT, an innovative sports tourer, the perfect combination of sports handling, versatility and value in true Aprilia style. A two-cylinder engine with almost limitless torque, comfortable for two, excellent aerodynamic protection and a chassis that has become a benchmark, are just some of the distinctive features of the Aprilia Shiver 750 GT, which, thanks to its dynamic and technological characteristics, is without a doubt a point of reference of the segment, proving once again that Aprilia has what it takes to offer even the most demanding motorcyclists exactly what they want, also with a high technological content. The equipment of the bike brings the technical level of the segment to new heights, with Aprilia's offer far above that of its competitors. The integral ride-by-wire accelerator, the mapping management controlled by the rider, sport, touring and rain, and the brakes with radial calipers, are truly unique solutions for the sports touring segment and make the Aprilia Shiver 750 GT a sophisticated bike, and a real one of a kind. The half-fairing gives the Shiver 750 GT the chance to exploit the full versatility of its naked sister. The added aerodynamic protection in fact, expands the range of use of the Shiver 750 GT notably, making it an all-round bike with a complete range of use. From daily commuting, to a trip in the summer, the Shiver 750 GT will meet your needs to perfection, making your rides a pleasure, intuitive, brilliant and safe. The main characteristics of the Aprilia Shiver 750 GT are 90° V2 engine with 4 valves per cylinder, double overhead camshaft and liquid cooling. Ride-by-wire electronic throttle technology with 3 different mappings: sport, touring and rain. Electronic fuel injection with latest generation injectors. Mixed gear and chain valve timing. Modular steel trellis and aluminium side plate frame for high torsional rigidity. Aluminium swing arm with reinforcement truss and lateral shock absorber. 43 mm upside-down fork. Brakes with radial caliper at front. Latest generation 2-channel ABS version only. The Aprilia Shiver 750 GT comes with the same sophisticated technical package as the Shiver, except for the engine, which is a modern 90° V-twin, Euro 3. This engine, the first ever mass-produced engine to use the integral ride-by-wire system, made its mark immediately thanks to its dynamic characteristics. Delivering 95 HP, it is not only the most powerful twin in its category, the engine also has a torque curve which comes in right from low revs, making the bike competitive even with bikes fitted with bigger engines, as far as pulling power goes. The perfect engine for this type of bike, its full and brilliant delivery are just what the rider of the Aprilia Shiver 750 GT is looking for from a bike that offers not only the very best performance, but which is also easy and intuitive to ride, with the wide torque band notably reducing the need to change gear even when fully laden. What's more, the rider can choose between 3 mapping setups: sport, touring, rain, to always have the ideal power delivery for the current road conditions and their own particular riding style. This is where the innovation that only the Aprilia engineers could apply first comes into play. The generous power and torque of the V2 are filtered by the ride-by-wire system for the best possible power delivery for all type of motorcyclists in every possible condition. With the sport mapping setting, the behavior of the engine is the thrilling sports performance of the Aprilia twin. The touring setting gives you a softer power delivery for those relaxing moments when sports performance is set aside for the pleasures of touring, using more of the engine's torque. Finally, the rain map, which reduces the torque delivered by 25%, helps the riders avoid spinning the rear wheel when starting on slippery roads. The sophisticated chassis of the Shiver 750 GT sets the standard for the competition. A composite-type frame, steel trellis and aluminium side members designed to work in perfect symbiosis with the 43 mm upside-down fork and the strong aluminium swingarm with reinforcement truss. The adjustable laterally mounted monoshock is another characteristic mark of the Aprilia Shiver 750 GT. Its position leaves ample room for the exhaust under the seat, which means a very linear exhaust system with an optimal volumetric design to bring the very best out of the engine. The first-class chassis couldn't be complete without top-class brakes. Radial calipers act on 320 mm discs, and the ABS version is also equipped with a sophisticated 2-channel ABS system to bring riding safety to the very highest levels. Press reviews. The engine pushes out a claimed 95 ponies and lots of torque, but it was difficult to feel it. In first gear we had to help raise the revs with the clutch in the tightest hairpin corners. We managed to entertain ourselves on our tour up the Alps by pulling little wheelies out of all those corners, but only by dumping the clutch to raise those lazy revs again. Motorcycle steering is precise without being twitchy or unstable, and the Shiver GT feels planted at any lean angle. Ground clearance is good, but the competent chassis means dragging the pegs isn't too hard for a confident rider. MCN. The Semicare Natura, as already mentioned, in an impeccable protects from this turmoil without ruining the aesthetics, and streamlined care of the bike while riding position allows you to grind km in absolute fluency. The wrists are not loaded, and despite the seat height accessible to our lower legs by spillungoni are not sacrificed. Motomodify. If you want to ride a lot with pillion and want a more powerful mid-range, then look elsewhere. But, for touring aggressively solo for shorter distances, the Aprilia Shiver 750 GT is well suited. Ultimate motorcycling. Conclusion. There's nothing wrong with the 2010 Aprilia Shiver 750 GT ABS apart from the fact that it doesn't bring anything new compared to the previous model year, which was also the very first one. What's best is that the bike gets mostly good reviews, which recommend it to the average middleweight sportbike rider who prefers to take on mountain passes from time to time. Specifications. Engine and transmission. Engine, Aprilia V94 longitudinal 90 degrees V-twin. Liquid cooling. Double overhead camshaft with mixed gear, chain drive, 4 valves per cylinder. 3 maps ride-by-wire system. Fuel, unleaded petrol. Bore X stroke, 92 by 56, 4 mm. Total displacement, 749, 9 cc. Compression ratio, 11:1. Maximum power at the crank, 95 HP at 9,000 revolutions per minute. Maximum torque at the crank, 8.25 kgm at 7,000 revolutions per minute. Fuel system, integrated engine management system. Injection with ride-by-wire technology, control of the throttle bodies and tri-map mapping setting. Ignition, digital electronic, integrated with the injection. Starting, electric. Exhaust 2-in-1 system in 100% stainless steel with 3-way catalytic converter and lambda probe. Generator, 450 W at 6,000 revolutions per minute. Lubrification, wet sump. Gearbox 6-speed, transmission ratio, first 36/14, 2.57, second 32/17, 1.88, third 30/20, 1.5, fourth 28/22, 1.27, fifth 23/26, 1.13, sixth 24/25, 1.04. Clutch, multi-plate in oil bath, hydraulically operated. Primary drive, spur gears, transmission ratio, 60/31, 1.75. Final drive, chain. Transmission ratio, 16/44. Chassis and dimensions. Frame, modular steel trellis connected with high-strength bolts to aluminium side plates. Detachable rear frame. Front suspension, 43 mm upside-down fork. 120 mm wheel travel. Rear suspension, aluminium alloy swingarm with reinforcement truss. Shock absorbers, hydraulic shock absorber adjustable in spring preload and rebound damping. Wheel travel, 130 mm. Brakes, front, double 320 mm stainless steel floating disc. 4-piston radial calipers. Metal braided brake line. Rear, 240 mm stainless steel disc. Single piston caliper. Metal braided brake line. 2-channel Continental ABS system ABS version. Wheels, in aluminium alloy front, 3.50 by 17 inches rear, 6.00 x 17, 6.00 by 17 inches. Tires, radial tubeless, front, 120/70 ZR17 rear, 180/55 ZR17. Dimensions, overall length 2,265 mm, overall width, 800 mm at handlebars, max. Height 1,210 mm at windshield, seat height, 810 mm wheelbase, 1,440 mm trail, 109 mm rake angle, 25.7 degrees. Fuel tank capacity, 16 liters.
If you liked this video, please share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to hit the subscribe button.